Okay, welcome to another Railroads Online video. This one I'm hoping will be short and sweet. So I always remember... Sorry, I'm sick. So I always get asked by people in the real world over like Discord and things like that, when would we see leasers in a game like Railroads Online? And if you don't remember what a leaser is, it's a card that has an X at the end. So right there, you see where it says JFDX? The X at the end means it's a leaser freight car. That you and your railroad do not own this car. That it is owned by, guess who? Someone else. It is owned by another entity, another person, another industry, whatever. So, if your friend... let's say your friend... Jessie comes over and she buys cars to work at your sawmill, and your sawmill has the town name of we'll say, I'll just use one of my towns that I live near, Forest Grove. So it would be her first. She could do it like this. Right there. Or she could change it up to be something else. It could be anything like that. But that X has to be at the end. And this applies to any industry on the Railroads Online map. What do I mean? Well, bring up the map. This applies to the freight depot. This applies to the logging camp, the sawmill, the smelters, the iron ore mine, the coal mine, the refinery, the ironworks, the oil field. Whatever industry they want to buy cars for. They just have to distinguish that they're not your cars by the use of the X. Let me go to my ironworks real quick. Yeah, I'm running to the yard. Give me a minute. So as you can see right here in the yard, I have 20 box cars and 20 flat cars for steel pipes. Let's look at the Let's look at the markings. JCIW, Jimmy Creek Ironworks, number 500. So this is owned by me. I bought these cars for the carrying of steel pipes from the smelters. Same thing with these box cars. Jimmerd Creek Ironworks JCIW number 403. Officially, I own the box car. Well, officially, the steel mill owns the box cars. They're not being leased to the railroad because they were purchased. Even though the steelworks owns them, they were purchased through the railroad for use by the railroad. Even the same thing would apply with, well, a caboose. The red one is trapped in a siding. I can't really in between two cars. I'll use this one over here. Once again, the caboose. The numbering sequence 520 means it belongs with the 500 series cars, i.e. these guys. And once again, it is owned by the ironworks. Your friend could bring in on this siding here, could do a full 10-20 cars, the track I'm walking up right now. He could do a full 10-20 cars that he owns. So that could be 7, for 10 cars, I could say that'd be 3 box cars and 7 cars of pipes. Plus the caboose. He owns that trade. They would not be cut like this, where they're in sidings of 10s, with a caboose track for each set of cars to get a number of cabooses. No. They would be kept together. He owns them. And as courtesy of a railroad owner, it is your job to ensure that the cars do not get mixed up. Or if they do get mixed up, you have a switch engine available, whatever that switch engine is, to come down, put the leaser cars back in the siding where they belong, put the normal cars in the sidings where they belong, and go about your day. You can use the leasers on your railroad. However, officially it is an insult. It is rude, in a sense, for you, as the railroad owner of whatever your railroad is named, to use leaser cars. They are more for your guest who owns them to use them. I always try to make it so each guest can at least have one set of leaser cars per industry. Now, the leaser idea also extends to locomotives. This is where things get really, really bloody complicated in a hurry. So we come in here. Officially the Ironworks owns these 2 engines. As we can see, the Ironworks reporting mark on the tender and on the saddle tank. However, your friend could also have an engine in here, or he could build his own engine shed off this track here by the fueling depot. You can put in a yard, you can put in a switch, and over there you can have your friend's leaser locomotive fleet. whatever that is. Once again, you as the railroad owner host the engines, but you nor the industry can use the engines. They are for your colleague who is working with you. And do locomotives get the X treatment? Yes. Locomotives get the X treatment because they are officially leasers. Yay! Official leasers! You know, it would apply. It'll even apply when we get new industries, new like a new map with not only new industries, like the cattle, the wheat, the slaughterhouse, but when we get a harbor, when we get several quarries like a copper quarry, we're gonna get like a rock quarry or a clay quarry, a copper mine, a scrapyard. Whatever you want. It is all right there. So your industries and the leaser may or may not work together well. Sometimes you may not have a space at one place for a leaser, so you have to build another yard. So if we look over here at the sawmill, which is empty because I'm not going in the water, it's frozen. Across the turntable here, and across this other turntable, here are some sidings. This is a smaller yard, used mostly to service the sawmill.